Welcome back to the Smart...
Got it again!
We're peaking. We are peaking. Hey, you're here. We talk about self-development.
I tried to test the audio before, really loud. Chimpanzee. I didn't expect to back at it again. That was...
They come out of nowhere. I don't think there was a Call Her Daddy this week.
I don't listen to that podcast.
Okay. Last week's episode was really good. I told you to listen to it. Smart Nonsense. We talk about self-development, entrepreneurship, challenging them norms, and we're here. It's been a while. A lot is happening.
Belky's got a mustache. If you're not watching on YouTube,
that's
check
right.
that out.
Get on
Looks
YouTube.
Almost symmetrical.
I was bored this morning. It's not symmetrical. Watch my videos on YouTube. Any other call to actions?
If you're an editor, come work for us, please.
That video comes out like Monday. We are hiring, baby. But if you're in the United States, we're not going to hire you.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Philippines only.
We didn't prepare today.
That's pretty clear. As we breathe really loud and don't have an agenda.
Why don't
I got
we?
some bullets.
Can we kick something off with
Yeah,
our number one listener, Slick Rick? Can you read his text from last night?
Slick. He
Slick.
had a whole fucking ass beat.
Slick. First of all, yeah, he's listening. You need to talk him off the ledge. You need to talk him off the ledge. It's scary.
All right. So I was walking through the park yesterday, just enjoying myself, and I get a text. And he's like,
This is Dylan's dad, sorry.
this is my dad, Slick Rick, Pop Jardon. Are you in a position to ask Sean Puri, the person whose podcast we edit, a question about BitClout?
The answer is no.
I am not. I have been trying to get on it, but can't seem to do it. Try getting an account and see if you can get through. And I'm like, he wants me to ask Sean Puri, who just had a child, is a millionaire who's busy out of his mind. Hey, can you help with customer service for creating a BitClout account for my dad?
I love it.
Slick, what are you doing? So I just kind of, I just said, not at the apartment right now. I let him kind of like run out.
Fester.
I let it fester, and then he's like, forget it. Some reason wouldn't work through the phone. Obviously, like, phones aren't the best, but did on laptop.
You should not be setting up your BitClout account on the phone. You shouldn't be setting up a BitClout
Anything. Any account you should never set up on your phone.
Never. But mostly BitClout. Don't waste your time.
I don't even know what BitClout is because I don't watch our episodes anymore.
Oh, okay. It's basically like this. Well, it's one of these little fungible, non-fungible tokens where like everyone has their own profile and you're just buying like people's coins. BitClout, like instead of Bitcoin.
Like I'm investing in your clout. Like Henry Belcaster is gonna blow up.
Yeah, or you could short it probably.
Oh yeah, we've been doing that with our house.
I know it's funny. We did that. We were talking about buying each other's coins like 2 weeks before BitClout dropped. I feel like we're on the cutting edge.
Something.
Okay, but read the long one. Read the long one.
Way down here.
His idea.
He's like, he just
like.
A lot of back and forth, and he's like, I think I'm going to create this character of an old guy into tech who really knows nothing about tech and thinks he does. So he fumbles around with crypto, NFTs, BitClout, and tries to be hip by calling things the shit and being down with things. I could host a pod and you can do clips of me across social media. I want a deal. I'll create dancing TikToks and GIFs that you can tokenize. I'll go a step further and put in copyrights into smart contracts. What do you think?
I will say he gets it.
Dude,
he gets it on all fronts. TikTok, he's talking about tokenizing things, smart contracts. He's in it. He's so
I didn't realize how funny this was because I just kind of like checked out. But rereading this is really funny.
It's hilarious. Our friend Ali texts back because you sent that screenshot. The best part's like, what does he say? I'm down. I'll be down for things.
Yeah, he said, whatever, and tries to be hip by calling things the shit and being down with things.
Just being down with things. Like, whatever that means.
I'm just down. Dude, he's down with things. That's Slick Rick. That's his MO.
Can we run the clip of him doing a gainer off a cliff in Costa Rica like 2 weeks ago?
When he sent it to me, it like flips up and down.
Is that a gainer?
I don't know what the fuck that was. Some sort of flip.
Gainer is like when you
also, the photo of him in the lake. That's just him looking up, just like me, scratching himself.
That's one of my pod fods. So we've been all morning, because we don't record these anymore. We just keep yelling at each other, pod fod, because we're trying to have a conversation. We like talking to each other. But because we were actually going to record today, all these things have been pod fod. What you got?
Well, I got One big little pet peeve I got right now.
Really?
You know what I did for 40 minutes this morning? Rode my fucking bike through the hood. What the? We're so far away from this goddamn studio. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it, and I've only done it once.
I did finish the book we're reading for book club. You didn't like that? It's too much?
That book?
No, the distance, the 40-minute bike
I listened
ride.
to the same 2-minute song on repeat, so it was 20 times over.
Why are you doing that?
Because it gets me hype. I'm
What
fucking
song?
stoked. But it got cold.
What song? You don't even know it. 20 times 2.
Pressure.
Oh, Under
It's
Pressure?
that one that I played yesterday morning. Hold on, let me skip to the good part. Hold on.
So that's why you're bopping on the bike.
I don't think this is going to be allowed on YouTube, but ready?
Put it right here.
Oh,
Nice.
that little...
Nice.
shit. So-
I did that last week. I was also kind of pissed when I got here because I listened to the same song.
No,
15
it wasn't
times.
the song. It was the trip.
Oh.
It was the fucking trip. I know you like this studio. You put up a lot of shit, but I'm not doing this.
You're out.
I can't do this.
You're out.
I officially decided I'm fed up.
What if the weather's nice?
Nope.
Really?
Doesn't matter.
Why don't you get a car?
No. Why don't we get a studio? I'll pitch in half and we just go downtown.
You know, like the whole 4th floor is open? It's like 2,000 square feet.
I don't think you heard me. It is the commute from downtown to the most downtown to the absolute ghetto.
I like this place in all of its ghetto-ness.
This might be what drives us apart. That wasn't an anti-goals. This was not an anti-goals.
Does the trip once realize it's kind of far.
Really fucking far. And it was
Get
it
a
was nice.
Tesla,
Nope.
like our good buddy Jack. It's got autopilot. It'll take you right here door to door.
I'm going to start a podcast with Jack downtown.
You don't want to do that. You haven't even gotten his episode out. You think you're gonna
Every time I see him, he's
every
like,
time you record
hey,
a pod,
there's no friction between us shooting the pod and coming on. And
no,
like,
you still have to get it. You have to get everything he does cleared with Citadel, so you can't be his co-host. Well, that's some bad news.
Yeah, we got a lot to hash out.
I told you right before this, though. What is nice? I'm not so sure I will ever wear a suit to work again ever in my life, and I can't even imagine.
Did
doing
you?
it.
When did you ever wear a suit?
I just mean it was a possibility.
You're
I
gonna go
will
an
never.
entire life without having worn a suit to work.
No, I will. Oh yeah, yeah.
Me too.
I guess that's true.
I
That's
don't.
pretty
I
cool.
don't think I own a suit. I don't own nice clothes. This is all I own.
That's cool.
That might have been.
for the people not watching, Dylan just looked at my mouth and licked his lips. So I think we're gonna have to debrief that one after this.
Oh, Tomas.
He's like, in all the things we do together, that might have been the one. That you have got to go on a date.
Dude, I did. I went on several. Then they were fun as fuck.
And so you just like me?
No, it's just I don't know what the fuck that was. I was gonna blame you for doing the same thing. That girl's in Miami though. She's gonna come back up. So they all.
What you got?
I had something. All right, getting the notes back out.
I think what was happening is we were both looking at each other's mouths to see who was gonna give the next point.
I don't know what you were doing. I know what I was doing. Fuck the system. Oh, we were talking about suits. Yeah, I don't think I've ever worn a suit. I don't have suits. I want to get new clothes, though. That's what I wanted to say. I want to get nice
Dylan
clothes.
is having a friend come to grad school here in the fall so that she can take him shopping. That's how.
Every
how useless
girl I
you are.
talk to, I'm like, can you take me shopping, please?
And none of them will.
No.
Italic. I want to get a lot more stuff going on Italic.
It's not enough inventory. Italic's nice.
Are they always sold out?
Italic, for those that don't listen or understand it, it's brand name, high fashion shit without the brand. So it's cheap.
Direct to.
They just go to the
Consumer
manufacturer. They're like, hey, don't put Louis Vuitton on this. Just fucking send it right to us. No logo. And you get like half price. Or
Manufacturer's like,
much
fuck
less.
yeah.
So it's
I'll do
nice.
that.
Yeah. We had a friend back in the day that looked really nice with a lot of his clothes.
And then you did an unboxing on here in the episode at another friend's place.
I've only worn one of those sweaters twice. The
Oh,
other one
that's
I've never
not
worn.
good.
Yeah.
That's not good.
But it was like $60 a cashmere sweater. So,
What else you got that's not looking at my lips?
Well, here's what I got. I got one, the little shenanigans. Basically, our DMs are flooded constantly.
That's one of mine.
All right, let's coalesce.
Let's do it.
I'm just okay. Okay, yeah, no, okay. Your point. No, you take over.
I didn't say anything.
You were breathing pretty
I
heavily.
breathed.
All right,
It was a laugh.
so I think Belky. I didn't realize, but my DMs were closed to people that don't follow me.
Oh.
I didn't realize that until very recently. So now they're open. So if you want to get some smart nonsense media your way, we're just been getting a lot of love because we are the best in the world at Twitter clips, and
Which is nuts.
That's just a fact now.
I was saying on my blog yesterday, I've never had people pitching me to give them more stuff. It's been 20 some odd years of like selling. I'm going to give you this. I'm going to build this.
Well, that's who I've been consulting, basically the marketing guy and more recently a sales guy from the old company I was working for. And they're like, fuck, dude, I really want to like get on board with what you're doing, but I offer no value. Like, you don't need a sales team. It sells itself.
I know.
And that's what Sam said. He's like, yo, your one job is to just make us celebrities, but you're going to be the same thing coming up. Like, you're right along with us the whole ride. And that's what we've been noticing. We'll just comment. Like, everyone's like, these videos are dope. Who makes them? And I'm like, mouth closed, but it's like very clear that it's us. And then our DMs just get lit up. And now you're getting a message from, who's this, Johnny Yantan?
I'll say that in a second. But on the sales point, I think having somebody do sales would actually harm what we're doing. It'd be like, we're needy, we need more. Like, there's something about the exclusivity with MFM and their Twitter content that's like people are just going nuts about. You get like 10 DMs
They're
a
like,
day.
who did it? And Sam responds, me.
Yeah.
Just like cutting it off.
Yeah. There was another woman that asked, who's doing this? How do I get in or something? And Sam was like, nope, not allowed. They can't. Sorry.
They're really scared that we, because we can crank out so many clips, if they start seeing it all over the Twitterverse and it's not connected to them, they're like, well, it's going to lose its spunk, its pizzazz. And they almost want exclusive rights, but HostSpot's big as fuck. So they're kind of going to get that in a sense.
True.
Until we expand.
Yeah, exclusivity would be interesting. But I've got Nick Huber in my DMs. I've got like a couple one-off creators that can't pay what they would need to pay to come on as a client. And we had this idea the other day of like, let me throw it back at that creator. Like, can they make a little group of content creators that we can go after and do all their content stuff? I don't think he ever responded.
Yeah, that's just a headache and a half. Mm-hmm. What we want is a straight up $100,000 a month contract with a big company, and we just have 10 or 15 of those.
Yeah. So okay, this is just before we got on the podcast. Having a good morning. Our
mornings are nice. I like our mornings.
Yeah, they've been really great.
We're on the same routine.
They've been really great. They're more loosey-goosey now. It doesn't feel as stressful. Partly because now I can actually do work at home in the morning, like reviewing media. Mm-hmm. So I don't feel like this big rush to get here. Like I've done half my day's worth of work by 11 a.m.
Yes, sir.
You know? So, don't lick your lips now.
No,
don't lick.
I'm blocking.
So, this is a friend of a friend DMs me. And he's like, first off, this YouTube video you made is dope. Second off, now that you're on this video editing grind, are you interested in helping out with what my company needs? And he works for this experimental school called Synthesis. Well, all right, fuck, cat's out of the bag. That's where he works. And he just says, again, I've not talked to him about this actually, I did. I tried to give him just an editor who's worked for me before, and I did. It must not have worked. And he says, interested in helping out, $10K a month budget.
You give him a little Pakistani dude?
Bangladesh.
Okay.
Yeah, a friend of his.
Okay. So he's like, he just wants the hands off, just do this shit for me.
I don't know. I'll respond after this, but I could not, I never thought I would wake up on a Friday and there'd be $120,000 sitting in my Twitter DMs.
And that's the thing, dude. That doesn't even stoke me anymore.
Right.
I'm like, it's kind of a lot of work.
It's kind of a headache. Well, you think about like Todd, right? Not that Todd's. It's just a lot of managing. That's all it is.
Because we talked about this before, I think, but like you have one person, and say they have $100,000. Now you're asking for like all their money. Essentially, that's a big deal to them. They're going to be a big headache. But if you have a company with $1 billion, they're like, oh, $100,000, yeah, just fucking run with it and make some dope shit.
Well, see, I think they have a lot of money. For marketing. This is not like a small little startup. This is
like $10K for in the door, and then who knows, $30K a couple months in or whatever. Yeah. So that's probably worth it. But it's just like we want to go after those big ass companies.
And I'm all for their mission, which is totally changing how school is taught to kids K through 12. It's all about like experiential learning and entrepreneurship and like
it's through Musk shit.
Yeah, his school was called like maybe Astronova. Let me pull this one up. But then I think some of the teachers left Musk school and they started this more legit one. Musk school was really just for like his kids and kids of SpaceX employees. And then I think some of the teachers left. They're not even called teachers. They're called facilitators, I think.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And
schools
I think
are so fucked.
Yeah, they just let the kids do whatever the fuck they want all day, and then they just kind of coach and moderate from the sidelines.
That's what I'm curious. I'm like, if we didn't go to Brown, I wonder what would have happened. Like,
I'd be selling drugs. I told you this.
I know, but yeah. So I guess it is responsible for a lot of things.
Okay, so here's the origin story. 6 years ago, Elon Musk asked me to start an experimental school with him at SpaceX. I think that was Astronova, if I'm correct. The goal was to develop students who are enthralled by complexity and solving for the unknown. It's an innovative learning experience.
We got the driest hands.
It's these walks in the morning. Okay, let's talk about hormesis in a second. Okay, so I don't know. They just like do all these simulations. Completely different way of learning. Like if it's the kids of SpaceX employees, you know, it's probably something good.
But that's what I like, because Musk is like, I think in Austin they're opening another, or someplace in Texas they're opening a like a SpaceX thing or a Tesla or whatever it is. But he's like, we're hiring like 10,000 plus people, no high school education needed, just be fucking dope.
Did you listen to the All In with like these big tech companies starting to fight back these like socialist politicians?
Yeah,
it's kind of funny.
Like Zuckerberg and who's the Twitter dude?
Well, yeah, Amazon's finally like, you know, enough's enough. We saw that tweet like Amazon has created some 1.3 million jobs, which is approximately 1.3 million more than Elizabeth Warren.
Yeah, and it's just like
and hey, they're paying starting $15 an hour minimum wage. Amazon's like, we're doing it. Fuck you, government. Like,
well, he's like, I think it was because Bernie was roasting him, and it's like, Bernie, your fucking Vermont is like $9.40 minimum wage. We're at 15.
Why are you complaining?
Are you doing? Yeah. Dude, minimum wage. That's the thing, though. Like, if we have minimum wage, the U.S. is officially fucked. Because say the minimum wage is $50 an hour in the U.S., I would never hire a single person in the U.S.
Yeah.
Ever.
We're already not. Because we can't. Physically cannot. Anyway, it's just a funny paradox because Bernie's complaining, but in Vermont, I mean, Amazon's doing better than Vermont.
See what happens? I had to ride 40 minutes in, and now I'm tired. I'm tired halfway through the podcast.
What were we just going to talk about?
I don't know anymore. All I know is by the end of the year, I want to do $1 million in monthly revenue. That's what I want to do.
Yes.
Are we going to go 2021?
Are we going to go super transparent on here with that?
I don't know. You guys extrapolate. We're throwing around.
If so, we should put like a ticker up for our monthly recurring revenue.
Yeah.
And just
we're at 0 right now.
we are.
Yeah, no, we're at like 8.
So we talk about all this stuff. We've done like 2 months of work for $0.
You keep no.
Sorry,
I thought that was like 2 months ago.
Okay.
It's only a month.
First of all, this last month has felt like a lifetime. It's felt like a lifetime. But we were in San Francisco like 3.5 weeks ago. It's probably 3 weeks ago from today, maybe 4.
Absolutely absurd. I feel like I've aged so much.
Yeah.
It's nice. I can sleep now. You helping me out?
Oh, yeah?
It's Sleeping's kind of nice. I still only sleep like 6 hours, but I'm getting naps in.
Don't be scared.
But yeah, I don't know how transparent we get, but I think by I'm trying to think. What is it right now? Just started April, May, June, July. By my birthday, July 1st, I want to be at 200,000.
I think we can beat that. I was going to say
250,000, 500,000. Easy.
You've got to hire
people
faster.
fast enough.
You've
Yeah,
got
that's
to
my one
hire
job.
faster.
Uh,
I'm looking at another 150.
no. I'm saying in monthly. That's 10 grand a month.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm
Jesus,
also
that's
talking
my
about monthly.
business
No,
partner.
I'm also talking about monthly. I just don't do numbers.
See, that's the thing though. We can't. If we're going for that, we need. I think it's going to be one of those cases where we max out HubSpot and then we move on to Google, and then Google gets us another 250,000. We're at $500,000. We just need 4.
You hired someone this week that was gone 18 hours later.
That's how we do it. In and out. See, we can't.
I saw his cut. I was like, nope.
It was literally like, all right, easiest decision we've ever
This
had.
ain't gonna work. Yeah.
You got to be right out of the gate a fucking beast.
What were you like? We just don't have time to train. You know, like ask questions by all means. We're here to help. We're here to coach. Erica, I know, is just a monster. Like she's here to help. But the person that came on was just taking up a ton of their own time, taking up a ton of Erica's time, and the edit wasn't up to our standards. So,
okay,
hire fast, fire fast.
$250,000 a month by my birthday. I think that's fair. Maybe we can do more. I don't know.
You're right.
I just want to be.
I think I was confused.
I want to be ambitious
about monthly.
Yeah, a lot of math going on. You're the physics guy, but come on. Then we just gotta quadruple that by the end of the year. But I think we're gonna have a nice little machine. We'll see. That's the ambitious shit.
The limiting factor is hiring.
It is.
A couple things, but mostly hiring. We just don't have enough people. The work is hard.
Yeah. Hey, we're gonna see. I think that's all I had for bullets.
Let me think about it.
Okay, here's one more bullet.
I didn't do any. Explain it to me like I'm 5. We're supposed to call him Binky today.
No, I don't want him on the podcast. Okay. This is my last point. That book that we read a while back, Derek Sivers, Anything You Want. I fucking love that book because we have the corporate world and we have friends in that, and they basically come in and it's just like whatever you get dished, that's what you get dished. You got to do whatever the fucking systems they want. You're just kind of in it. You're in the machine. We create the machine. We create whatever the fuck we want, and that's the beauty.
What do you want today? Wait,
I don't know. And we're constantly changing things. We're like, what makes our life easy? We'll do it this way. We'll do it that way. We can say whatever we want in Slack. Granted, we don't want to get canceled by our clients, but it's just like we are creating literally whatever we want in front of us. And like, say we want to do an extra meeting a week, and it's just covering strategy calls. Hey, now we're doing that. We want to create a Notion for the whole team. All right, it's done.
On the inverse, if those suck, nix them.
Right,
gone.
I just love that there's no approval ever. It's just like, hey, we want to do this? Let's do it. Boom. And we
That's
get
the thing
done.
too. I think for you and I, for everyone on the team, like there's no formal approval. Try something. If it's catastrophic failure, don't ever do it again. You've learned from the mistake. And if not, like we just keep moving forward fast.
And catastrophic,
like what
I can't even picture
catastrophic.
What catastrophic's like. You just
we had catastrophic last week was like a typo.
Or like the audio is tricky, and then we just solved it with a Fiverr dude for the short term, and now I'm hiring a full-time.
2 more items in the checklist. Haven't messed them up again.
So that's one of my honestly favorite books. I kind of told you before, or not favorite, but most impactful books. You are doing a video on 4 Hour Work Week. That's obviously none of this would have been possible without that. Second book, and it's kind of a shitty book.
Lifespan.
Okay, no, that doesn't matter. You were the giddiest little cat yesterday when you heard them talking about lifespan topics on All In. But second book is The Millionaire Fastlane.
I gotta read that one.
What's
it about? What's the deal?
It's really like there are 3 lanes in a highway. You can go in the slow lane, which is like you work a shitty job, make $50,000 a year, and try and save. You can go in the like medium speed lane, which is like you try and become a doctor or a lawyer, and you make more money, but you're still saving and trying to invest a little bit. Or you become an entrepreneur. That's the fast lane. You got to own something. Ownership is the only way to be a millionaire and really fucking crush it. Like you don't want to be rich when you're 65. That sucks ass. You want to be rich when you're 30 or earlier, which who who knows? Maybe we can do it. And then the rest of your life, you're just coasting. You make a fuckload of money there, and then that shit can compound in the background. You can live off of all your dividends or your earnings from just investments, and you're just fucking crushing it. So that really was like, I think I read that right in the beginning of quarantine. I'm like, all right, I got to fucking break off from Todd being his like semi-employee and just create my own beast.
I think that'll be the next audiobook I read. Even though we're deep
again, I
in it.
don't think it's a great book. It's just like that one point. It just hammered it home over and over.
So you don't think I should read it? Like, I get that. I've been like millionaire fastlane for many years.
I mean,
now.
we're deep in it. I just needed that impetus to be like, hey, if you actually want to get rich, don't worry about investing. Yeah. Just create a business and make a fuckload of money and then invest that money.
So other than that, should people read it?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I don't know. It's been a while.
I'm going to take it right off my list.
Okay. Maybe I should look at the summary again because I forget other points. That's just my one big takeaway.
Delete.
I think that's it. Anything you want, which is what we just talked about. It's just like, hey, business can be whatever the fuck you want. I really like Rework by
Rework's
Jason
great.
Fried.
No rules. Anything you want's a great weekend read. It's like 80 pages, maybe 100.
Here's the thing I've been wondering though. How many people should actually do what we're doing and become entrepreneurs? Like what percentage
Isn't
of
it like
the population?
5 or 10%?
But like of our friends, say I don't know, like our 10 closest friends. I don't know. I feel like they could all, I feel like 1 in 4 could do what we're doing. Or like,
no, that's because you're so deep in it.
Yeah, it's kind of spooky. It's scary.
It's so scary. Think about the one person who did and came out here to do it with us. It's scary.
I did get like almost 30,000 in unemployment this past year, which is really funny. But that and like living at home for part of it and like in shitty circumstances, that definitely, like just being comfortable with that, we talk about it a lot, but like that fucking helped.
Yeah.
So lucky there. Everything else
you just have to be really patient. You have to be in it for a long time. Keep taking shots. Something will work. I don't think our friends are patient enough.
Talk about Nick Huber, who's, I don't know, he's some sort of millionaire and has like 100,000 people on Twitter.
He buys and sells storage facilities, which is like
super unsexy, but
he's called, his stuff is Sweaty Startup.
And you had sent him a letter when you're on your letter spree back in the day. And he was like, oh, tweeted a photo of your letter. He's like, this is sick. DM'd you, like, thanks, man. And then it's funny because fast forward a couple months, he starts seeing some of Sam and My First Millions edits. And he's like, yo, what the fuck? This is you? And you're like, yeah, dude. He's like, dude, respect the fucking hustle. Like, that shit is dope. Just keep grinding.
And then 2 weeks later, he wants it.
Right. And then he asks, like, hey, can you do this for me? Fuck.
He's got, 100 some odd thousand Twitter followers.
Which
these are legit people in the space.
I like it.
It's really crazy.
That's the point.
It's really crazy. So I think people should tune into this, watch my vlogs, because if you've ever wondered what product market fit looks like, I'm trying to be like super transparent about it. I'm probably not doing a good job, but it's like people talk about this rocket ship. It's like you can't control it. It's a legit. Dude. We're throwing emojis everywhere, but like, it's just a rocket ship.
It's an actual rocket ship. It's fucking crazy.
We wake up. It's just crazy.
So I'm thinking like at some point we're kind of talking the bigger picture. I'd be curious to do an episode kind of once we figure out some more systems, like actually what we're doing. Because a lot of our friends were bringing up like what we're doing and just the level of shit, and they're like, how do you do this? And they want like the nitty gritty. Granted, none of them are actually going to do this stuff.
Yeah. But
I tell them like, here's the site I use. Here's our process. You can go out and make $200,000 next month if you want to.
I've told so many people that just with a bunch of arbitrage things. There you go. I can't tell you how many people, 0 have taken me up on the offer. That gets to your point on like how many people could or would do this.
That's why
we force fed it to them. Nothing.
Yeah. They just see the money and like,
it might be 1% of people. Now that I think about it, because a lot of people want to get rich quick, and it happens really slow.
I mean, that's Slick Rick hitting me with all this stuff, and I'm like, Slick, we're kind of doing it incidentally, like this is a get rich fast sort of thing, like, but
yeah, but it looks like it was this overnight get rich quick thing. This is days of you compounding things on a system. They compound it, and then it's viral growth after that.
Yeah, so maybe we talk about some, I don't know, there's some details what I think we do well. I'm curious, what kind of sucks is our team, we're starting to open up communication and they give us a little bit more pushback on what they like and don't like, but I want like super like open feedback constantly of we don't like this, we like that, etc. So we can improve.
I think it's come a long way. There was a point when your team first started working for you that it was just like what Dylan says goes. With? Did I say 4?
Yeah, I don't like
definitely
4.
With. Sorry. I'm usually kind of that's my pet peeve. I'm persistent about that. But it's definitely gotten like more like this candor pushback.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And that's the thing. It's kind of hard to dissociate like personal attacks. I mean, it's not personal attack. I mean, like get your ego involved with things, but we're just like, hey, we're 23. I'm 23. You're 24. We have no idea what the fuck we're doing. Like, we didn't think we'd be where we are. So please give us feedback. We know we're doing a lot of shit wrong. Just fucking help us find the true path, because that's going to help us all in the long run. So we're getting closer there. It's cool. Some people are really embracing it. So I don't know what the fuck's holding us back. Really nothing at this point, because, again, we have the best edits out there. We have a fucking machine that can turn it around on a dime. Or I don't know what the analogy is, but...
Well, what's holding you back is hiring the top 1%
right.
of the 1% best video editors
and that's
in the
why,
world.
Right after this, we're going to shoot a video just for all the prospective candidates. Hey, this is what it's like to work at Smart Nonsense. We're fucking hooligans.
Yes.
We're hooligans, but we're going to all become successful together.
Deal. Let's go shoot it.
All right. Deuces.
Peace.